Top 10 cities in Europe. Some of the most fascinating cities in the world are in Europe. You will be able to experience the romantic vibes in Paris and feel the warm and welcoming atmosphere of Florence, for example. Almost the entire continent is filled with picturesque landscapes, excellent architecture, and some of the most lip-smacking dishes. For a fact, it will be extremely difficult to determine the topmost among European cities. This is partly due to differences in the individual's interests, tastes, and freaks. Regardless of whatever your choice is, here are the top 10 cities in Europe. 10. Madrid. This is a city that has seen a significant increase in tourism in recent years. The best we can say about Madrid is that individuals who visit it fall in love with it because of its wonderful and welcoming attitude. Despite its vast size, the capital and largest city in Spain is very pleasant to visit, thanks to the majority of the city's legacy and points of interest that are concentrated in its historic core. Various areas around Madrid, designated as World Heritage Sites, can be visited in a day. The medieval city of Toledo, known as the City of the Three Cultures, was a place where Muslims, Jews and Christians lived side by side for centuries. It is considered a must-see on any trip to Europe. 9. Barcelona. Because of its modernist architecture, the city of Barcelona is one of the most desirable destinations in the world. It is 372 miles from Madrid, but it takes less than an hour by plane, with flights virtually every hour. Alternatively, you may use the fast train, the AVE, which takes 3 hours. It is the site where Antoni Gaudí created some of his masterpieces, which draw millions of visitors each year and contribute to the distinctive urbanism of the city. However, there are also more noteworthy areas, such as the Gothic Quarter with its Gothic cathedral or the stunning Cathedral of the Sea. If you have the opportunity to travel outside of Barcelona, the Montserrat Monastery, which is one of the most visited sites, is a worthwhile stop. 8. Rome. There are regular flights from Barcelona to Rome, and you may be in the old city of Rome in less than 2 hours if you choose. Rome, the Italian capital, is one of the most important empires in human history, has retained an astonishing amount of its historical legacy. This largest city in the country is enormous, and you'll need at least 2 days to see everything, especially if you want to add a visit to the Vatican City. It appears to be a marvel that huge structures such as the Roman Colosseum and the Pantheon of Agrippa have remained to this day after more than 2,000 years. If you want to take time to see everything, you need to sign up for an excursion or guided tour because the city is so big and has so many places to see. 7. Florence. Florence is another one of those places in Italy that you must see if you're planning a vacation to Europe. It is the birthplace of the Renaissance and one of those places that will surprise you by giving you more than you bargained for, and to which you would gladly return again and again. The best way to get to Florence from Rome is by train. It takes a little over an hour to reach the heart of this one of the top 10 cities in Europe. There is one visit that you must do whether you are visiting Florence or if you are coming from Florence. You must approach Pisa and climb to the top of its leaning tower. Additionally, the magnificent village of San Gimignano, a beautiful town with ancient towers, and the famed Piazza del Campo in Siena are both highly recommended excursions. If you are short on time, you can still see Florence in one day and then go on a trip the next day to get to know some of the hidden gems of the lovely area of Tuscany that surround it. 6. Venice. A little more than 310 miles from Rome is a city of canals where there are no automobiles and where only boats to go about. Venice is always swarming with tourists, which is understandable given that it is one of the most beautiful and romantic towns on the planet. You will spend most of your time at the Piazza San Marco, which contains a stunning basilica in Byzantine architecture, and on the Grand Canal, where you will finish your tour with a gondola ride through the canals. A visit to the Italian city of Venice can be completed in 2 days. If you have an extra day, the Vaporetto journey down the Venetian lagoon to the islands of Murano, Burano and Torcello is highly recommended. 5. Berlin. To travel along the planned path, you must use an aircraft, as this is the most expedient mode of transportation to reach the heart of Europe. After a little more than an hour and a half, you would arrive in Berlin, and after 2 hours, you would arrive in Amsterdam. As a result, you should only consider visiting the German capital if you're planning a long-term journey that will allow you to spend at least 2 days there. There are lots and lots of best sites to visit in Berlin. You just have to know about tours and excursions there. A visit to Berlin in Germany may afford you the opportunity to visit another major Central European cities such as Budapest, Vienna, Warsaw, Krakow or Munich, in addition to Prague, if you have the time on the days of your vacation. 4. Prague. Alright, let's just take that opportunity to talk about Prague, the capital of the Czech Republic. In reality, Prague and each of the towns mentioned earlier have sufficient justification to be included in the tour of the heart of the European continent. For example, in Prague, which is a genuine fairy tale city, you will see the greatest corners located in the Old Town Square. The Charles Bridge and the grounds of Prague Castle, where the castle is located, are other places tourists are dying to visit. The cathedral is a beautiful structure. Once you are able to achieve your tour of Prague, you are in good stead to visit places like Karlovy Vary and Český Krumlov, which are both breathtakingly gorgeous. 3. Amsterdam. We shouldn't allow our tour of Berlin or Venice to crowd up the gorgeous city of Amsterdam. While there, you will discover Amsterdam is also notable for its canals. It's just that they are different from those in the Italian capital and located in an area of Europe where it is quite difficult to see a hill or mountain. Amsterdam is a magnificent city full of flowers and mills between canals, and where, among other things, you can visit the Van Gogh Museum. These are a must-see if you enjoy the work of this artist. It's also one of the world's most environmentally conscious cities. Bicycles and boats reign supreme on its streets and waterways. An additional advantage is that you are located in one of the most well-served railway zones in Europe, which allows you to swiftly and easily travel to other Dutch towns, such as The Hague or even Belgium, which are just a few hours away. It is also worthwhile to spend a day travelling outside of the city to nearby places such as Volendam, Zaanse Schans and Giethoorn, where you can explore rural Holland. 2. Paris. The Eiffel Tower, the Louvre Museum and 1,000 more delightful nooks that have made Paris one of the most visited cities in the world year after year is among the topics we will discuss with you. Paris is known as the City of Love. The Seine River tour is a must-do when in Paris, and you should make the most of your time there. The train is the most convenient mode of transportation if you are travelling from the Flanders region, since you will be in the heart of the French city in a short time. Gastronomy is also highly valued in Paris, and you won't be let down as you will be bombarded with choices when you arrive. 1. London. And as the last destination, we propose that you complete your journey in London, which is arguably the most cosmopolitan city in Europe. Entering Great Britain means entering a place where you will get a different view of Europe. The first thing that will capture your notice is driving on the left. London is distinguished by its red double-decker buses, traditional matching colour phone booths and famous buildings. All of this and many more combine to make London one of the top 10 cities in Europe. We hope that the top 10 cities that we have proposed will be beneficial to you in planning your vacation, either in the order that we have suggested or according to your circumstance. We know you'll love other cities. Please tell us in the comment section below which other cities do you think are the top cities in Europe. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment and turn on the notification bell.